We saw it. We're going to give a review of it. We're going to be spoiling it, so be aware of that.
A little bit of context. That was a joke because in the movie, a guy kills the dog by stabbing in the face
There
with a
is
fork.
animal abuse. If you're not okay with that, then
Nobody
I recommend
is.
this movie.
We don't want the people that are okay with that.
I watched the Jeremy Johns review, and that's the one thing he mentioned. So when that dog was bothering him, I was like, "Oh, it's happening. It's going to happen right away." And then,
See, I'm not like that. Like, I don't like seeing it. It's not the end of the world for me. For me, the post-credit scene, the second one, that I was like, that's fucked up.
Well, it bothers you like more than
They're
kids.
the same.
The
reason why they both bother people is because a child and an animal, they're both innocent.
Well, if a child gets killed, I don't really care. But if an animal gets
I'm
killed,
Brandon.
You guys are both showing.
No, you know what? I've never had a dog.
I don't know. I never bothered by children killed.
I don't think I can relate.
That's terrible.
If that was a cat in that scene, though, then I can relate. I get it.
So the big thing with this movie, and I don't know if they could do it again, is it's all about a family getting terrorized. It's like they didn't in Rise, and they kind of do it in 2013 a little bit. There's more friends and stuff.
They could, but they shouldn't.
I think I want something different for the next one. The prequel, I don't want like a family goes to the log cabin and they read a book, and then I know that's sort of the formula for these movies, but I don't need some deeper meaning to it about abuse and whatever. Come on.
The fact is, like, yes. Well, pretty much what happened was Tom Brady almost Sam Raimi made the first Evil Dead. And then he had to go to another studio, and he made the movie on such a low budget. Then he got to another studio with more money, but they weren't giving him the rights to The Evil Dead. So then he had to cut the from the title and make Evil Dead.
I never knew that.
So then he remade the movie with more money, but in a little bit of a different way. And he just thought, we're going to be adventurous with this. And he made it a little bit more fun. And then, if you think about it, his next movie, since he pretty much just did a remake of the first one, isn't in any cabin. So there's only one like technical movie. They're the same movie, 1 and 2. They're the same movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think. I know.
Evil 2013 also takes place in the cabin.
Mm.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't think like it's like that has been the formula for the new shit, but it hasn't been like the formula for Sam Raimi, really.
Yeah.
Also, I heard, before I get off this, the wise men that they mentioned in the movie, Army of Darkness is from that. So
I was curious about that. So it's the guys that, yeah, okay.
He was like a descendant of those medieval guys, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah, wasn't there like a couple of them? That's cool though. I like that. I like that a lot. So one thing I noticed about these new movies is that I kind of want the classic Deadite look, and I mentioned this before yesterday. The classic Deadite look where they eventually get like their teeth coming out and like their eyes are like cartoonishly evil. You know, like the Crypt Creeper. The newer ones do the yellow Sith eyes that Anakin has, sort of deal. And maybe their face is messed up from like damaging themselves.
Yeah,
and that's good in itself. But like, I kind of want like my Deadites to be a little bit more hemmy, I guess.
Which they did in Ash vs. Evil Dead. They did exactly that.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah, that was really good.
I think they were advertising Rise. Sam Raimi mentioned, maybe it was after Rise and it was for Burn, but Sam Raimi didn't mention those movies. He said Wrath is going to really be something.
Really?
Oh, really?
Okay.
That's interesting.
Huh. Is he heavily involved in Wrath? Is that the idea? Or is he going to be like...
I think, he's heavily involved in all these.
You know what sucks is Wrath is not coming out for 2 years. And it's already done filmed and everything.
Because he definitely has read the scripts for this shit. I think Wrath is going to tie in everything.
Because you can tell when he is... Because if you watch Multiverse of Madness, where he's the director, you can tell like... Yeah, like the way the camera zooms into a portrait where the portrait starts talking. Like that's all Sam Raimi isms. And I'm not getting that vibe from these ones. Like maybe he has like some sprinkles of Raimi, but there's not much.
I would love it if Ash showed up in Evil Dead Wrath. Yeah. Because you can't do that.
He doesn't want to come back.
The bastard.
Well, he's fucking old.
He does cameos.
Well, he's dealing with cancer now, so it's got all that going on. But no, damn, just because like
fucker. None of us remembered that, and you pulled that out and made it look like shit.
Just because this is a direct prequel to that one. Also, like story wise, it's in the same canon. Like if you look at the premise of it, it's a prequel to the very first Evil Dead.
What is
Wrath?
Yeah. Going back to the 70s, and that happened in the 80s.
I can't wait for that.
Because I guess this movie changes things where it's all in the same universe, all three of these newer ones. And then they're going, that's what could they say Wrath or is a prequel to the 70s. So does mean, is that canonizing everything into a singular timeline?
It really does feel
Or
like
is there like a different version of the 70s?
I think they're trying to canonize everything.
What if they do a thing where it's like a thing, like, you know, like Jeepers Creepers, where it's like every so amount of years this happens, and it's like a ritual, like Cabin in the Woodsy. But then you could also be like, this is like a canon event in all the timelines.
Man, I would just love to see Ash come back though. Like
I know.
just in an actual movie, because it's a different budget, different feel. And
I know, but it would be tough not to see him do like Ash stuff because he can't. He's old, man. Yeah.
But they could play with that a bit, maybe. I don't know.
Well, yeah, but then it would be, I don't know, then it would feel like Ash was wasted if he was just like a grumpy guy in a chair and not fighting his hand.
Yeah, at the end of all these movies, I always want Ash to come back and just fix the problem because he takes out Deadites so often in Army of Darkness.
Yeah, like he knows what he's. I want to see that
so
where he just
cool.
shows up with
It
his
would ruin the
fucking
movie in a way,
boomstick,
but
and then
like, goddamn, I would want that.
I know, I liked in Evil Dead 2, he was pretty much scared that whole movie. Like, he's terrified. He's not really cool in that movie. Everything's scaring the fuck out of him. Then when you get to Army of Darkness, cold motherfucker.
I know.
And when you get to Ash versus Evil Dead, perfect mixture of mixture of badass and fucking hilariously scared. It's like he can like go from screaming and being thrown through like a bunch of walls and then see somebody pop up and he'll scream. And then he can go to like all of a sudden a crazy moment of confidence and flip his gun and just deliver a one-liner and blow their heads off.
So this movie, I actually missed the first intro of the movie, but basically somebody reads a book. That lake scene with that lady, I guess that was from Rise.
Yeah,
I think
Jessica.
like, if you're going to watch this movie, watch Rise right before because there are so many tie-ins and the post-credit scene is a direct tie-in. And that lady in the lake was apparently in Rise.
So she was, if you remember in Rise in the very beginning, it's a very short 5-minute scene. She was like sick on the bed. So her friend goes to see her. And then when she's up there, her friend just all of a sudden gets up and she's like, what the hell? Basically rips off her scalp, her hair or whatever. And then her friend runs out freaking out. And then there's a guy out there just taking a piss in the lake. And then he turns around and he's like, oh, what the fuck? And because she's all fucked up. And then Jessica shows up there and, there's a drone out there. So she grabs the drone and the drone just like cuts her neck.
You watched this today.
Yeah, that's why I know. And then she falls into the water. And then the guy thinks, oh, what the fuck's going on? Like she's drowning. And so like jumps into the water, dies because you see all his blood everywhere. His head gets thrown up. And then that girl's screaming with her head fucking whatever. Yeah. And then she just rises from the water. And then you see the logo rise above. It says Evil Dead Rise. So that...
For a second there, it made you sound like the title was Rise Above. And then if you see the title, Rise Above.
All right,
like,
I see.
wrong movie.
And then, I remember when we watched it, we were all wondering, what's the context of that scene?
And once again, we have no context of the next scene.
Yeah, but then we learned in this.
Yeah, we could talk about post-credit scene.
What did we learn about it?
Which is very confusing.
Well, we just saw Jessica found other people. Well, that was kind of a part of led to this story, actually.
Did it?
Yeah, because Jessica was the one, or Will, like the main character, hit Jessica. And so her head was whatever and cursed him. So he was all fucked up.
Oh, that was Jessica.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was.
So it actually led to the whole thing.
Sorry, I've seen this movie once, and it's the beginning of the movie. So you may mostly remember the end.
Yeah.
Who? What?
Jessica.
And he just saw this. He saw this.
I saw it yesterday.
Yeah, we saw it Thursday. Yeah, Jessica, remember when she strips the guy's hand? That's called a degloving accident.
Oh, Jessica's the ghost lady.
She walks out on the road and Will hits her.
Oh yeah.
And then she's like, a curse on your family.
I thought she said something like, "Take me to your family" or "Lead me to your family."
Dear leader.
Yeah.
It
was something like that. When I was like, "How did?" I was confused at first, but I guess they're after the dagger, and that explains a lot of the Deadites' behavior in this, where it's very odd. But if you think of them as having a goal to get the Kundarian dagger, then yeah. It makes
but I'm
more
wondering
sense.
why.
How many of these fucking books are there?
Apparently, there was three. There should be 3 different books, but
I think they said that this is the same book from 2013.
yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because there's the same passage in there from 2013.
Kunda.
And maybe you can, because okay, we can get into spoilers with the post-credit scene. So they bring back the redhead Deadite, whatever she was.
Say it.
Mommy.
I think her name is Susan or something.
It's Ellie.
No, it's Molly. That's what everyone calls her.
So the weird thing here is that there's very little explanation for, because like obviously a deadite is dead when either a chainsaw goes through its head, or it's like if the brain dies, you're dead sort of deal. But at this point, that thing was just ashes in an urn. So how is it back?
I saw something neat though. I saw a comment. This guy knows Evil Dead lore more. There's actually something called the mirror dimension, and that's where Ellie popped out from. And it's shown in all the Evil Dead movies pretty much. And it's like Ash standing in front of the mirror, and then something jumps out at him, and then that thing's alive.
Oh, I wonder if they're doing it.
That'd be cool. Like I'm pretty sure they'll come up with something. It's not like so lore breaking. I'm like
Actually,
pissed at it.
I like that. So that means that like there'd be not evil versions, but yeah, just get different alternatives.
Also, that is literally how Ash gets his evil duplicate, right? So he looks in a mirror, then it comes out and it starts choking him or some shit, right? I can't remember.
What happens is the evil duplicate starts choking him, then he realizes he's stroking himself.
he's what do you say? He's stroking himself?
I'm really slurring my words. Because the other one in Army of Darkness, when he gets the actual duplicate, he like eats a little version of himself.
Oh, okay.
And then he's like,
I find it really doesn't weird. He like smash, like his mirror is going crazy, smashes the mirror, and they climb out of the shards. Yeah.
And then I find it funny. He doesn't eat one. I fucked it up. They like Gulliver's Travels him, and they tie him down, and then they send one down his throat, and then he's like, it's so funny. He like for some reason then can break out, and then he like gets away and he starts killing them, and then he's like he feels the guy in his stomach, and he grabs a pot of hot water, and then I think he goes like, "You want some hot chocolate?
You want some hot chocolate?"
And he like starts drinking the boiling water.
I love that cartoon. I want more of that Evil Dead. That's hilarious. It's cartoony. It doesn't make sense.
Hey, do you guys like the original ending of Army of Darkness? Which I found out was supposed to be called Medieval Dead. Great title. Should have been that.
Yeah.
That's a cool title, yeah.
What would you rate this movie? Burn.
Fuckers.
I rate it 8 out of 10.
I guess,
8 out of 10.
In reference to, yeah, I'm going. I would give it because I enjoyed other ones and some remake a little like more. I would like out of all of them, I would put this like at the bottom of the remake list.
No, 100%.
I would give it like a 6.5 to 7 out of 10. Like, yeah.
I really think that yes, if we're comparing it to all the Evil Dead movies, but if I'm comparing it to like horror movies, it's up there because this is giving me what I want.
Yeah, this is a really well made movie.
Yeah,
it's just sad that it's the worst Evil Dead property, but it's still good.
It's also not doing too well in theaters right now, apparently.
Yeah, which sucks, but
it's also a horror movie.
Maybe box advertising or something.
People keep asking why movies are failing, and it's because people see Spider-Man, and that has a weight to it. You're like, oh fuck, that's Spider-Man. We all grew up watching him, and like Evil Dead came in the 80s. There's less and less people. And marketing is hell. I can't imagine being a marketing team. What do you do?
See, I feel like for horror and all that, you should really look at Obsession right now. Because Obsession just became the highest grossing, like original, whatever, blah, 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 of all time, or not of all time, but this century, but since the last one, which was Sixth Sense, that movie. And that movie was massive when that came out.
Budget low is like the lesson there.
What I think the lesson is that one, it's new.
There's a new original
like the concept's
story.
Not too fresh. It's mostly like it's like I don't think the fact that it was a YouTuber making it was what really like maybe later on it helped a little bit, but I feel like it was initially it's just like they did that idea the best way you could, and it was like peak of the Obsession idea. I've seen a lot of Obsession movies of characters doing that, and this one was like, yeah, everything you would want the person to do in the scenario is happening.
I think in a world of everything that is a sequel, like we got Toy Story 5.
Moana.
We got Moana live action remakes. You get a property that's new, and then the word of mouth was all over the internet was insane. One, because you got this performance from this girl who's giving it her all, and she's fairly unknown. And I know that people love to discover shit. You know what I mean? Like that's their thing.
You know what? Yeah, word of mouth is crazy.
And that's the biggest thing they have. This is why Smile, I give them credit. Their marketing, insane. You just send people smiling randomly, creepily at sporting events and shit. That's a great way to spread the word because it's something that people would be like, oh, this is weird. And they click on it. But like Evil Dead, all I saw was like standard.
It was very boring for the trailer for me. Like her drinking candle wax, and the actual movie's better. The trailer.
There actually was really no promotion, I feel like, for this movie.
See, but there is, but
It's
the
not
thing
interesting
is, people
stuff.
have ad block on YouTube. People like will skip an ad on Shorts or a fucking Twitter something.
The
So it's
word
like,
of mouth on this movie is us saying, "Oh, it's at the bottom of the newer ones." You know what I mean? That's not very good. It's not like you go watch this.
Which is like, that's what I know.
Especially when
Yeah.
Odyssey's coming out soon, and you can
honestly,
save the money for that.
it's a good theater experience. I do
It's-
say that
it's
you should go
fun.
watch it. I don't
Yeah.
regret watching it in the theaters at
If
all.
you will watch it at any place, just do it in theaters. It's if you loved
Till the end of the month.
if you loved the last one, it's the same thing. You're gonna love this one. Like it's
I need to watch the
what I
last
really
one.
want, and what is more progress with the lore. They did a little bit in the beginning of the movie, and I missed that because I was like getting their shitty Evil Dead poutine, which is not even a real thing. They advertise Evil Dead hot burned poutine or something. I go over there, I'm like, can I get that, please? And they just look at me like I'm insane.
And luckily, I had a picture, like to prove that we're not insane.
And then she just gave me a box of jalapenos and called it a day. So it was like,
And I laughed when you first said that. Can you get Evil Dead poutine? She's like, we don't have that.
And then it was funny too because I had the picture, and she even looked at it like I made it.
it's
It's
a,
AI. Yeah.
And then it was also funny because the first time that he mentioned it, and I love saying this part, it's so funny. She looked like we made up an item. Like we just go around going to theaters. Yeah, can I get that Moana ice splash smoothie?
Yeah.
Like, what's that?
I felt like I was trying to get like a custom food, and then she was just like, "Oh, okay,"
Like, how can you have something that's on the screens advertised in your place?
and just not know what it is.
Nobody knows what it is.
I must have been the first person to ever ask for it that day, at least.
It was a spicy buffalo chicken poutine with jalapenos.
So
Yeah.
you couldn't ask for like where you buy the
I got
popcorn.
what I guessed was supposed to be.
I would have
what
been like,
wanted.
just wait, look, it's going to come back. It's right there.
no, but it wasn't above her.
Yeah, it was
It's
over
above the
there.
popcorn where they don't make poutines.
Oh.
Yeah, it was weird. Why was it over there? I don't know. Maybe
Well,
everybody
the
goes over
screens
there.
weren't even working above the
Yeah.
bistro. But okay, that's Evil Dead poutines.
So Evil Dead.
We said nothing about the movie.
No, I was going to say, so the movie is about, let's talk about just the beginning part going into the house. Starts off in the bar, really.
Oh yeah.
Which I didn't like at all.
One big thing is that's true. Okay, so that whole thing. Okay, there's a big message about domestic abuse in this.
Yeah.
And it's a through line throughout everything. It's kind of hard to ignore it because basically the family is what you would get if you gave in and didn't resist domestic abuse. You get that crazy mom. And if you resist, that's your main character because that's what she does in the end. And like you kind of, it begins with this Tommy Maguire looking guy, and he's like being cartoonishly evil and like abusive to her, and like he's being like passive aggressive, he's being jealous, he's being every little checkbox.
At first, he kind of seemed a little bit more reasonable because she went and kissed his brother. And
Yeah,
you're
that's
like,
right. She
and you're
was
like,
also-
what the hell?
At some point,
And-
she dated the brother.
And then he's like, oh no, like she always does this, whatever. And I'm like, oh, but then you learn outside. I think is when the
I can
arguments start
understand.
happening.
Did she date the brother?
No,
she-
she kissed the brother right in front of him.
Because like they have a line very early on, like when that happens, she says something like, "Oh, sorry, I always forget," which implied to me that they dated once and then they broke it off, and then you know what I mean?
I thought it was just like this is what she does when she gets drunk.
She's-
People always
That's-
say that. Like, it's really
the
affectionate when I
first
get
thing
drunk.
the guy does, I understand him being upset if his girlfriend's obviously kissing other men. Like, you know what I mean? It's but
especially your brother.
It keeps going on though, and like it gets so cartoony where. Yeah, that's scene.
Yeah,
And then eventually they have a fight. He's drunk, and the brother's trying to take away the keys. Doesn't happen. Then that's when we get the deadite on the road, and he hits it.
My biggest issue with that part is that I don't know who that guy was, but I swear that was like a friend of the director. Like, I don't think that guy ever acted a day in his life. Like, that when they're arguing, it really felt like porno acting. Like, it wasn't good to me at all. Like, I was like, wow. And the one thing that I really appreciate this movie was it really felt like it's constant distress. There's always something that can be like, that you can take as like, you're on edge.
Yeah.
Because like even in that you're like you start and then it's like okay you see these guys on the fishing boat not too long it's whatever and then it gets a little bit better for like a minute then it gets worse and then it gets better and then it gets worse and it's like you get like a minute to a half reprieve and then there's just shitty stuff happening. And I like that because it gives you like the sense in other movies where it's like okay it's over and then you're as soon as you're going through that thought you're like Now all of a sudden the family's arguing. Now all of a sudden it's tense. Now there's deadites doing shit. Now there's this argument between this guy and this girl. Now he's dead. Now there's this woman he ran over. And I swear, this movie is probably the most active movie for shit happening I've ever seen. Especially like in the club. Like the lights in that club are so like in your face, and it's like that was hard to just like see at first. Like my eyes were hurting.
And that chick was twerking.
I didn't even notice.
We didn't notice.
No, my eyes hurt.
That was like the
I
first
think she
shot.
made a comment.
Because whatever little scene we had before that, and just like cut to like the camera right in her ass.
Yeah,
Just-
exactly.
Wait, who was though?
it
Was it just like a dancer?
Random
You said
dancer.
it. Like, in theater, you were like, "Whoa, yeah!" You
Oh,
yelled out. It was literally
Sounds like me.
in your face and right here. So, what? Okay, that's what.
Well,
Because like, okay, she goes
Forgettable
to the,
ass.
she goes to the family, to hang out with them.
No,
But what's weird
it's
is, like,
after the funeral, so they're just all
like,
kind of going
she
back for
hated-
dinner.
She probably hated the family,
And she hated him.
She hated the father because the father hates her, and she hated the boyfriend. That's why I assumed she at some point dated the brother. Because why the hell else would she visit the family?
I thought that they
at
were
all?
friends because
Yeah, I
at
thought they
one
were
point he
friends.
said
They were
that
just really close friends.
the guy who the brother was said like she's here because I asked her or something.
Wait,
like
you know
that.
what? Hold on. I'm pretty sure they gave the house to her and the guy that died.
No, it was
that's
the
why
brother's house.
But that's why the father, unless it was because like the family was pissed at her for not maintaining any, or it was him. Like they were,
I think- no, that was the
She
father
was
was
mad at the
bar.
brother. She was mad at the brother.
So
mom.
the father was yelling at the his son, I guess,
Yeah, about the
about,
house,
like
and
not
then
maintaining anything.
and then they were mad at her.
All right, so I don't know why she visits. She probably shouldn't.
Yeah, 'cause
maybe
she-
they could have had a stronger.
Well,
reason
she didn't
for it.
want to, but
I think
She could've done
she was
anything else.
there to finally speak her mind. I think that's what it was. And then it eventually built up to it. And she finally said what she wanted to say, where she looks at Susan and says, your son was an abusive piece of shit.
yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's
It
why
was
that
a
she
bit
was there.
corny at the end when she's all like after the battle, she's all bruised up and like the paramedics like, who did this to you? And then he's just like, my ex-husband. It's like, come on, that's hammy as fuck. It's the deadites, zombies.
Yeah, but there
everything.
needs to be ham.
But that's not the good ham. That's like spoiled ham. It's like, what the fuck is this? Like,
You're literally talking about the franchise where Ash looked at the camera and went,
but okay, that's not the ham I mean. It's more like it's dumb. It's a very corny line. I don't know. It's
yeah, I
whatever.
guess it is.
But, yeah.
The mom in this movie, most despicable character in Evil Dead. I understand the Deadites being fucking Deadites. This woman was just a horrific person. At one point, the fucking mom hates like Alice character, who is the main character, and the Deadite has her face up against this weed whacker that has like a steel blade on it, and she's like, kill her, and she's like, going to do it, and then she like at one point she just gives in to the Deadites, and she starts making out with her ex-husband who has a bullet holes in his head, and then you can see her
yeah.
like her eyes start going, but she's still herself. Like it was such a cool thing to have this moment where it's like this woman is just so evil that she's one of them without being one of them.
It is
Yeah, I
funny
like
that they
that.
made so much of that family bad. Like the father was already pretty scary before he became a Deadite. Like he was such a he gave like a impression of like he's the kind of guy that would if you hit his car he would get out of the car and like smash your car in. You know what I mean? Like he like off the handle, short fuse. That's the impression I got.
See, but I don't think we know much about the dad.
I think it gave off a pretty strong impression to me at the beginning anyways. Most of the characters are unlikable in this for a variety of reasons. That's like the father you can't like, the mother's insane, the asshole boyfriend's bad. You do have like Jack Quaid looking guy, which is okay, but he's kind of like
Well, he let his dad kill his girlfriend.
He's very much like he's like the submissive whatever. Like he doesn't do anything.
See, but I
just to
like that
charge.
scene in the car though. The kill or they're fighting and they're like, what happened? First, she lost her fingers, right?
Oh yes, when the dad wakes up after the dinner scene, and he's in the car, and he attacks her. I guess the son's boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
And see, this is what I think was one of the things that I got from that part was that he was obviously abusive to this family, the dad.
Yeah, he seemed to be an abusive dad.
And like they mention it, like he was fucking beating up people because she said it to the mom. She's like, she did this to like all you guys, and this is why your fucking son's a piece of shit. Because, like, whatever. And then I think what was happening was the youngest son, the friend, he was obviously abused by his dad. So, like, he's already scared to do anything, let alone kill his dad. So he was frozen, just like a kid. He was frozen.
Yeah.
And then I believe the Deadite dad, when he shot himself in the head like 3 times, was mocking him. Because he's like, you could have killed me with this gun, but you let me kill your girlfriend, and I'm not your dad. It's like such a fucking like you fucked up, and I'm rubbing it in your face.
When does he taunt him?
When he shoots himself in the head.
It's more just he's standing outside there from the house.
He's saying that it wouldn't have mattered because
he's just more showing that it wouldn't matter. He's just constantly putting bullets in his head.
4 shots in himself, and he was just still like,
Yeah.
So maybe
it's just a taunt.
That's very inconsistent with that, though, because bullet holes to the head doesn't matter. But when the main character attacks the Deadites later, they're kind of like reeling back in pain.
Not only that, a girl's head got smashed, and then she stopped moving.
And she's what?
What's the difference?
Yeah,
like that guy blew his brains out like 3 times, and then the girl gets her head crushed by like that.
I want them to clarify some rules, because if the urn thing can bring back a full-on Deadite, or the mirror, like, I want them to say it clearly so there's consequence, and like there's some, you know what I mean?
To me, it's a spiritual thing. So
the dagger,
there's like, it can really be a lot of different things.
What do you mean?
I don't know, it's just a spiritual thing. Just like anything could happen.
Do you remember if the mother was killed
really
by the dagger at all, or no? Was it just a meat grinder?
I don't remember.
Because I think maybe they're establishing you need the Kandarian dagger to actually kill Deadites.
What happened to her?
Because otherwise they kind of come back all the time.
Yeah, she did die by the dagger, right?
Who? Ellie?
No, the mom.
I thought she did she become a huge monster and into meat grinder? And
oh, you're talking about that. Yeah, she just got grinded through that thing.
Okay, so maybe that's why she's back. I don't know.
How did Susan burnt in the house, I believe.
Oh yeah, okay. So you mentioned, or you yesterday when we were talking about the movie, we mentioned the CGI of the last monster, looking a little Terminator.
Like after all that fighting, we finally who was like the main character that was like abused and stuff? What's her name?
Alice?
The French
Alice. Okay, yeah, she's out, and then all of a sudden we have the Halloween 2018 shot with all the fire, and he comes out of nowhere. Will.
I think it doesn't do, like, he's explaining this, like, what happens really good. But I don't think when you, like, remove muscle and you remove, like, skin and then you remove parts of the body, your character looks menacing. They looked weak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he wasn't strong at all. Maybe that was the metaphor. Like, the whole time he was just
He was also
strong.
very slow walking the entire time. Like, stiff. Like, it was, like, he didn't feel like he was just charred up and couldn't do much.
Yeah, he walked the whole time.
Yeah.
And not only that, like, that's why it felt like Terminator.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the only thing that wasn't right was when he went in the tar, he didn't put his thumb up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But I think most of my problems are in the beginning of this movie and the end.
Yeah.
I thought the acting was terrible at the beginning, and it was a long stretch. And then I felt like it's basically all that guy. It's the fucking Will character. Just every time he showed up, I hated it.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, same thing. For me, my biggest criticism after it was like, I don't like the burn part about it.
Like
You said this, but I don't really understand.
It's just like, so I watched Rise and 2013 today, and the kills at the end and what happens are so fucking insane. The visuals around the environment, it's just crazy. I feel like with this, they were just burnt, and I feel like the visuals that you have when a character's burnt or whatever, it just doesn't look as cool.
Wasn't only one guy burnt?
Yeah, but like he was trying to like burn her, and like I don't know, there was that liquid that went. It was just, everything that was used here was all about like boiling. It was like heat and burn, whatever. So I don't like that. Some people might like that a lot, and it'll be But I love oh my god, 2013, literally putting that fucking chainsaw through that witch thing. So much blood. It's raining blood.
But there was
the cabin's
the
on
jackhammer.
fire.
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, like there's moments, but like in Rise, same shit. Like
the problem is the chainsaw is the coolest thing you could do, and they did it already.
They always got to do it. The chainsaw
is there another iconic tool they can use?
Well, they used the weed whacker with a spinning disc, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
And then the
Weed whacker.
jackhammer is a cool concept. Like that thing's stronger than a fucking
It's
chainsaw.
just it doesn't quite spray
doesn't
blood
translate.
everywhere. Like
I'm glad they
He
tried
had
something
blood.
different at least. But
also, yeah, I noticed that he shouldn't have had any blood at that point, but they had to include it because I don't know. It's their choice to have their ending monster
Did
be
he
a
have
charred
blood?
guy.
yeah, I noticed that some blood came out.
Yeah, like he had some.
There would be some,
There was
but
some
not a lot.
splattering, but I was like, "There's no way there's anything left." But okay, whatever.
I
It's
thought it
that's
was all
fine.
black goo.
Yeah, I can't remember.
What's another like?
Because yeah, we talked about our final thoughts. So from this, the ending was really just she kind of looks up and just Evil Dead burn or something, right? Then we get the post credit scene with the grandma, so she's out there. I don't think that'll really mean anything in the future. Maybe, you never know.
They might come bring her back.
And then
They're gonna bring her back.
Yeah.
The best part was the middle of the movie for me.
Oh yeah.
I guess
Yeah. No. Yeah. I agree.
it's just I like the music.
Once
I
I
liked a lot of stuff in the start.
I like the winter. This movie constantly you can watch on holidays even.
Yeah.
It
good horror
have that
Christmas
feel.
movie. What would
I
you
can
rate
see
it
that.
overall? Did you see 7 out of 10? Or what?
Oh, I said 8.
You said
earlier,
8? Okay.
yeah.
So 3/8.
I
I'm
will
a
say
harsher
one of the
bastard.
best parts about all these entries is that there's definitely different styles, and that's cool. I don't think if you watch each and every one, there were some cool editing shots in this.
Yeah.
There was like a one with a mirror where it's like the head gets smashed and you like turn and the mirror's there.
You know, I really like the silhouette shot where it's red behind her and she's black. You know, black
Oh,
silhouette.
I remember that.
was
Yeah,
really good.
that
It's
was cool.
It reminded me of a Terrifier kind of shot.
That was
It
really
great.
cool.
Also, they brought the Raining Blood Sky back from 2013.
Oh, did they? Oh. I don't remember.
Some Deadites are super powerful. I like the theory that the longer they live in our world, the stronger they get. Because that would explain how she boiled a lake
Yeah.
and like levitated fish hooks.
See, I thought that part was cool, but
I just
Yeah.
always think that that's been a thing in the Evil Dead series. The Deadites are incredibly like nerfed when they need to be. Like most times Deadites show up and you're like, they can use telekinesis. They can fly. Like
It's kind of like I think it's because they're playing it serious in a lot of ways. Even though this joke, I want to mention that one joke that they kept doing that I hated. The fucking she stole my money or something.
okay, like
That happened a lot, and I didn't like. Their other jokes worked, but that one, goddamn, they did it.
If-
they
4 or 5
overdid it.
times.
if she would have said it like 2 more times less, I wouldn't fine with it.
Because
Yeah,
there
it
was
was-
a moment where the grandma gets serious and is like, "Hey, Deadite, up here," and it's like 30 seconds, and then I swear to God, she was gonna say like. Wait, did she? That's where she did it. She did do the joke. That's where he was like, "If you want my money, it's in my pillow" or something.
I hated that.
Yeah.
Come on. I thought it was going to be like, okay, well, that's the grandma, the wife of the guy that was studying all the demon shit. Maybe she knows something. And she's going to be, I want the Kandarian dagger. It's in the attic. I don't know. But there was just some stupid fucking joke in.
So,
Yeah.
what do you guys, or where do you think the next movie is going to go now based off this? Because the next movie, Evil Dead Wrath, is coming out April 2028. They're already done filming.
I think they're tying everything together.
It's set in 1972.
Because don't forget, Ash is in their family.
Yeah, well, yeah, I looked up the cast, all unknowns, basically. It's probably going to be new characters. I'm assuming for the most part. Does Mommy play into it?
I'm
I don't know.
excited.
Yeah,
Because if it's
they're all-
I'm
it's all
hoping
coming together.
lore everywhere. I'm hoping they explain a lot.
And you said something that Sam Raimi referenced, or maybe it was you, I don't know, or someone that Sam Raimi when he referenced Wrath.
Yeah. He mentioned Wrath when like these movies were going like a rise and whatever. So
Okay.
I think something's pretty cool is coming up in Wrath.
Cool. I'm
Yeah,
excited
I'm
for
hyped.
it.
Why is it just people in the cabin?
All right. Well, we'll give our thoughts. Would you recommend? I think we all recommend.
Yes,
to
go
see it.
go see this
Go
now.
watch it.
Go watch it before it's get out to theaters.